So before we start this presentation, we'd like to give a big thanks to SIPA for allowing us to share our idea, Komunt. So my name is Aditya Gande, and I'm a Cupertino High School student, and I'm also a part-time intern at Stanford Bioengineering.
And I'm Ganesh. I'm also a student of Cupertino High School, and I'm the founder of Securate.com, which is an online cybersecurity resource.
And one of my advisors is my brother Abhiram Gande, and he's currently a medical school student. So the idea behind Komunt is that 60 to 70% of the time spent on media outlets is actually spent viewing the comment section. Currently, there's no viable platform where comments can be shared or exchanged in an easy and streamlined manner. Generally, social networks have restricted sharing to published content such as actual YouTube videos or news articles, and the thoughts and opinions of other users consuming this content have been ignored.
So what we propose is our social networking website, Komunt.com. So on this website, users will be able to share comments, which are then categorized into baskets, such as politics, technology, or sports. And users would have the ability to follow and share with others of the same interest as well.
So here you can see just an outline of how Komunt.com we think will look like. On the left side, you have baskets, which, as Ganesh said, are basically categorization filters. In the middle, you have a news feed. On the right side, you have a button called Top Comments. So essentially, what would happen if I clicked a politics or a technology, my news feed would shorten, and it would only show comments that are relevant to that basket. And the button on the right, Top Comments, would be used to show which comments are top trending, not only within your network, but also across the entire comment system.
So how we propose to monetize this, first would be targeted display advertising. So because people will be posting things that they're really interested in, it allows us to create a more customized advertising ecosystem. For example, if people are interested in technology, they'll be more likely to share comments relating to technology. And second would be sponsored comments, and media outlets would be able to post news articles and/or comments in order to attract users to their website. And finally would be data analytics. And because our advertising ecosystem is so targeted to specific interests, it allows us to create an ecosystem and data about individual users as well as communities. And we would share this data with media and advertising partners.
So we looked at other social networking websites, and most of them have a jack-of-all approach. They don't really have a focused interest, but we think that Komunt.com, because it has a concentrated interest and approach, we think it differentiates us from all the other social networking websites.
So where we are now, first is that we're currently working on the basic infrastructure for Komunt.com. We have multiple execution strategies planned to begin with, and we've created interest among private investors. And we have an applied math and statistics professor who's going to help us with data analytics and a security expert to make sure that we have privacy from the ground up.
We believe also that Komunt has the potential to be acquired by social networking websites who are eager to expand their domain. And we think it can be acquired by web-based analytics companies.
So when we receive funding, we hope we first start by filing patents to increase our IP portfolio, as well as marketing our product to increase users for our alpha and beta testing phases. And we hope to have an alpha running by early 2013. And also for development costs, such as either getting freelancers or hiring developers to help us with our ideas.
Questions?
Oh. Good.
Thank you.
Congratulations, very good presentation. Couple of questions. Are you thinking of becoming your own social site, or are you going to be an aggregator of content from various social sites?
So basically, let me give you an example. So on Yahoo News, for example, there are all these controversial topics. There'll be all these different comments. And a lot of the times, those comments will be more interesting than the actual article. And you want to read those.
This is comments where?
Like in the comment section.
When I'm reading a newspaper, or in the?
Newspaper,
okay.
Like YouTube comments, or news,
okay.
like on
okay.
Yahoo News or whatever.
Okay.
But right now, there's no way to share these, because a lot of times, these comments give you different opinions
Correct.
on the current events.
Correct.
So this would be a social networking website focused on these comments, which is basically opinions of other users who are consuming the same content as you may be consuming.
So if I'm a user, am I coming to the comment site, or are you going to pull this?
You'll be coming to the
that
comment
I made,
site.
Let's say when I'm reading New York Times, right? I made a comment. Or you pull that comment from New York Times, or how do you plan to work? Or where is the content coming to you?
So people would comment, if people see something interesting on in the comment feed, on the comment section of the newspaper article, then first we're thinking either of a browser extension would allow them to share that comment to their comment account, or they would be able to be shared directly into the comment feed at komunt.com. So it would be up to them to share, just like it is on Facebook now, like you have to go and share a status. So it would be the same concept, where you would go and share the comment there. So you can copy and paste and put it, or there'd be an extension where you can click the comment and automatically share
So
it.
that comment gets shared on this site.
Yeah.
And people who are interested in those comments will come to this site.
Exactly. And that's why we allow filtering. So if you're interested in technology perspectives, then you could filter it to technology, et cetera.
And these comments that are coming from multiple sources,
Exactly.
could be coming from 100 different newspapers or magazines. How do you relate all that stuff?
So one way is we're thinking about a way to automatically categorize these things. So for example, if there's a current event would be the Apple conference, then we're thinking of ways to categorize these automatically, and during that time period, you'd be able to filter it based on just the Apple conference. So it'd be more direct, more targeted towards certain areas. You'd be able to filter it. So that's what we're hoping baskets would work for.
Okay, so it could, if I understand, that politics could become like US politics or US restaurants or California restaurants. So these buckets would further
Exactly, there's subcategories.
subcategory. Okay.
So may I, I had to go back, take a step back and really ask the basic question. Are you really a solution in search of a problem, frankly? Because it's not clear to me that let's say somebody is going to read the New York Times. They go to a particular section, already you classified. They're looking at politics section in a particular news item. And if you follow the comments, there's a lot of back and forth going on between the people that are commenting. There's somebody's commenting and then somebody responding to them, and there's a lot of stuff going on. And so that's a community unto itself. So it's not clear to me what additional benefit you're going to offer to somebody who wants to become a subscriber to Komunt.com that they don't already get from what they're doing right now. I mean, I'm not convinced that there's something there that they need to join other than what they already have. And already they're flooded with so many different access to different kinds of social media. What exactly is the catch that you have, the hook that you have that's going to make them want to be a subscriber to Komunt?
So, for example, pretend I'm a follower of Engadget and he's a follower of TechCrunch. But there's some interesting perspective about the new iPad mini on Engadget that may have not been posted on TechCrunch. Then how is he supposed to know about that? So right now, I would talk to him. It's like, hey, I read this comment yesterday and it was so interesting. So it's all, we have to chat him or have to talk to him in person. But there's no way to aggregate all these perspectives into one place. So people who are following Fox News may have one perspective of politics. People who are following some other news source may have a different perspective. But there's no way to aggregate these things. So Komunt will allow you to see different perspectives in one news feed.
Going back to an earlier question, so the one part I didn't understand is the categorization of the comments done automatically? Is you've got some intelligence going through and figuring out how this needs to be categorized, or is this something which the user is doing manually, saying something like tagging it, saying, oh, this should be, this belongs in this category?
Like, we're gonna have automatic like categorization filters, but if the user sees that, okay, this comment does not fit in this basket, then we're gonna allow them to manually put it into the basket of their choice.
And is that just based on some kind of text search, or some?
Yeah, that's what we're looking at. So if an article has a lot of keywords about technology, then it would probably be a technology filter, and it would ask the user to confirm that, okay, is this a technology basket? Or if it has a lot of politics keywords, then it would fit under the politics category. So that would probably be something that, like, automatic categorization would be part of our IP portfolio as well going forward.
Great, thank you.
Thank you.